welcome back to my channel. Goodness, it's cold today. I've got the heating on, it's still cold. It's sort of like raining outside, like sleet. Anyway, I would like to go, thank you all for your comments. I would like to do another comments video at some point. It might take me a little bit of time, so apologies if I haven't got to all of your comments yet. I do intend to go through them properly and try and respond to at least as many as I can. And also apologies, in the last video I realised I did talk quite quickly, and I know one of you mentioned that and I found it hard to keep up. I just trying to get everything, in one video, and when I was reading my report I did go rather fast, so sorry if you found it hard to keep up. In this video, I'd just like to kind of update you really on a social care situation, and I've been talking about it a lot recently because it's quite pressing, and it's taking up a lot of my sort of thought space at the moment, although there are other things I want to talk about as well. And there is another Autism documentary coming up, by the way. I think it's Christine McGuinness, shock horror, you know my thoughts on her, coming up soon, so I'll probably have quite a lot to say on that as well. And I do want to get back to your comments and go through some of your comments. We've got loads of stuff to get through. And obviously, I have lots of other things going on, so there might be a little bit of backlog there, but I'll try and get through them as I can. But yeah, on the social care front, I've been in contact with someone high up in the county council, a senior commissioning manager in the county council, who's a colleague of the chair of the Autism Partnership Board, which I attend, who's also a commissioning lead, and I raised my issues around direct payments with the Autism Planning Board chair. The issues I've been having around lack of flexibility and being told I can't use direct payments on a cleaner. And yeah, so she put me in contact with her colleague, and I had a meeting with her some time ago, and her colleague wrote up all the notes in a sort of case study, obviously keeping me anonymous, about everything that was discussed at that meeting. And she's arranging another meeting to meet up sometime next week, to go over it again, and to make sure everything's correct. Since that time, there has been a few developments since the last time I met her, because obviously I have my latest needs assessment has been done, and I have been given a reason as to why I've been denied a cleaner, whereas previously they simply said it wasn't in their remit. And now they have given me a reason. It's almost like they're making it up as they go along. But yeah, they gave me a reason, which was basically that because I can wash the dishes, it seemed that like I might be able to, I'll have to actually find, because when I speak to this person next week, I need to actually quote exactly what was said by the social worker, so I'll just dig out that email and just make sure I take a note on it. If I can remember, my own organisation isn't great, but yeah, I'll try and remember to do that, because I want to find that email and write down exactly what he said, because that's important. Basically, that because I can wash the dishes, that I might, with support, be able to learn how to do other cleaning or something like that. I need to find the exact email so I can write down exactly what he said for this meeting next week. It's something I must do. So I've got it in front of me when I have this meeting, which is absolutely crazy, because me being able to wash up has no bearing on any other skill, you know what I mean, and it's complete discrimination against autism and a complete myopia. But so yeah, I can update her on that next week about these latest developments. But anyway, I just thought I'd read out to you her summary of what was talked about, because I thought it was quite good. And this is just the draft one. So she just introduces the issue about my needs being, obviously I have autism, OCD, and all of that. And then she says in the notes that the term spiky profile is used to describe individuals who excel in certain areas but struggle in others. B is very verbally skilled, articulate and self-advocates well. This can mask the high levels of excuse me. So I'm talking a lot, makes my mouth go dry. B is very verbally skilled, articulate and self-advocates well. This can mask the high levels of needs B has with everyday tasks due to difficulties with non-verbal skills, practical skills, executive function and information processing relating to their autism and their OCD. I won't read it all out to you, I'll just read the salient points. B was assessed as a child. Their assessment was updated in 2018 and included a full cognitive assessment and IQ test. The pandemic greatly increased B's needs relating to autism and OCD, in particular the health anxiety and fear of contamination, leading to them being very isolated in their home. Before the pandemic, B's direct payment funded weekly face-to-face support from Autism Sussex. During a pandemic, services weren't face-to-face and B couldn't leave the house. Obviously I still can't leave the house, but not really, apart from my daily walk. And B only accessed support online. During the pandemic, B asked to use direct payments for psychological support using a private psychologist. This was initially declined as it was seen as a health need, but the use for this was approved on appeal due to exceptional circumstances. B's dad occasionally comes in and cleans while B is out walking, as the OCD prevents them from being in a house while he does it. B's dad also manages direct payments and fills in benefit forms on B's behalf. B is frustrated at both conversations with social workers and a lack of flexibility in approval of the use of a direct payment, and they say prevents them prioritising these things. So the things that I'd like to prioritise are B would like to work towards getting out more and accessing volunteering. So what B is asking for, to feel social workers understand their invisible disability and OCD, to be able to use their direct payment flexibly to meet the needs arising from their invisible disability, including contingency planning for the future if current family support changes. B feels talked down to. B was told by a social worker that the point of direct payments was to become more independent and learn skills. B doesn't feel this is realistic for all their needs. B finds social worker quick to correct, saying they need to be positive. B was told by the social worker that using a support worker to support them to clean was in their interest, which they felt as if they're being treated like a child and felt disabling rather than enabling. B would prefer to purchase support from a cleaner that could come whilst B is out to clean, and use GDP direct payments to fund a support worker to focus on what's important for B in their life, e.g. support to resolve specific household problems, for example accessing a plumber. B didn't feel they had the flexibility, choice and control about how to prioritise the use of their support worker for outcomes that are important to them. And then it lists the issues such as cleaning is stressful for B due to autism and OCD, it drains B's energy and capacity for executive function, it makes B anxious due to a combination of a kind of activity and a social interaction. Seeing a support worker uses energy and it's difficult due to the demands of social interaction. A support worker must also be accommodated around a very strict schedule as B lives a routinized life. If B can use the support worker for priority outcomes, this will be better. Priority outcomes will be better. If B can use a support worker for priority outcomes, it will better meet their needs in this area. B's view is tasks like cleaning are best delegated to others, with support worker time focused on things that are a higher priority for B and will more positively impact their life. Different prioritisation with free support worker time and B's energy to focus on outcomes that is important to B. B's priority is to increase activities outside the home. It is disabling if someone with a disability is denied support, which means something can otherwise be actualised. If the cleaning is done, B can self-actualise. better. B has worries about getting support if a dad couldn't help them, which aren't being addressed. As suggestions made for alternative arrangements don't recognise their needs, for example, completing benefit forms, using citizens' advice when attending CAB is not possible. Okay, I'm going to move over to video number 2 to carry on discussing this. So moving over to video number 2 now.